What's going on, Perform24 family? I hope you guys are absolutely crushing it. I'm Levi Jaeckel, and today I have a video for you that I cannot believe I haven't made yet, okay? I am going to share with you what Perform24 is all about, okay? This is something that I've dedicated my entire life to since I started it in 2014. And the fact that I haven't made a video on it is just kind of crazy. All the people that I work with day to day at the gym, you know, whether that's my athletes or my clients, they all know this and they all understand this, and we all talk about it very regularly, but I've never brought it to YouTube before. So this is kind of like a coming out moment for Perform24, and I'm very excited to share it with you. Okay, so Perform24 is a physical location, right? It is a gym that you can walk through the doorway in. You can shake my hand, we can grab a barbell, we can push a sled, okay? It's a tangible, physical location on planet Earth that you can go visit. But Perform24 is also a concept, okay? And these concepts and these values and these themes are so important to me that they're baked into the logo of the business, okay? So I'm gonna use the logo of the business to kind of bring this concept to you. So if you look at the logo of Perform24, you've got the icon and you've got the name, okay? And they are interrelated and they play off one another, okay? So if you look at the icon has 5 bars, okay? I call them bars. Those bars are priorities. They represent priorities of your life. And I kind of think of them as like have you ever seen like a DJ like mixing music, or you know, where they slide those different sliders up and down and they create harmony? That's what those 5 priorities are designed to look like, okay? So those 5 priorities are physical, personal, professional, psychological, and then the last one is purpose, okay? And the whole concept is that your physical, personal, professional, and psychological life are going to be adjusted up or down to the level to your specific level that drives your purpose, okay? So now looking at the name here, so the name represents the amount of time that we all have, that I have, that my wife has, that you have, to execute on those 5 priorities, okay? So we all have 24 hours in a day, okay? And I want you to be aware of all the inputs and all the chaos sometimes and all the endeavors that you're tackling, the impact and the influence that all of that has on your overall performance, okay? So I want you executing and performing at a high level on all the things that are important to you in order to drive your overall purpose. Okay, so the natural question then, once you understand like the fundamentals of the Perform24 concept, is why in the world are you a training business? You know, like this sounds like you should be like some type of like lifestyle brand or something weird like that. And the answer to this is actually very simple. If you think about those first 4 priorities, physical, personal, professional, and psychological, the only one of those 4 that you have full control over is your physical priority, right? So the only thing in my life that I have 100% complete control over is my training habits, okay? How I treat my body. That's the only thing, okay? I don't have control over any relationships in my life. I have influence over them, but I don't have control over them, right? Any relationship is a two-way street. There's somebody on the other side of that relationship that I don't own, okay? So anytime there's a relationship, I don't control that. My professional life, your professional life, obviously, you know, there's influence that we have over that, but we don't control it. Our psychological life, again, we have a lot of influence and we have a lot of input on that, but we don't always necessarily control our own psyche, right? And then obviously our purpose is what we're shooting for every single day. So the whole concept here is that if there is an area, a very small area of my life that I have the opportunity to own, and I don't own that, then how on earth am I going to be prepared to handle the unexpected or the unforeseen or the chaos that these other areas and these other elements of life throw at me? Because they are inevitable, okay? Every single one of us faces challenge at some point in some way, okay? a perfectly easy life does not exist. And so it's our responsibility to own what we can own and to control what we can control in order to handle the elements of life that we don't necessarily own. All right, so that is what Perform 24 is. That is what Perform 24 is doing every single day, okay? So there's a physical location and there's an underlying concept. Both of those are interrelated, both of those work together, and both of those can be used to serve a very wide range of people. And that's something that I'm very proud of. It's something that is very challenging from a business perspective, because every single business mentor that I've ever talked to in my life says you need to have a niche. You need to have a niche population. You need to just strictly go after pro athletes. You need to strictly go after local Tampa adults that enjoy training hard. But I kind of fight against that narrative that I need to have like a demographic niche. Okay, so my niche is almost like people that have high aspirations, that take on tough challenges, and that's obviously a whole wide group of people. And so the Perform 24 message is the singular theme that runs in all of those different programs and runs within like all the people that we're working with. So we can serve like, that's how we can do what we do, okay? That's how we can serve the athletes. That's how we can get young men prepared to go into special forces, and that's how we can train people like my wife, who, you know, she's got a corporate job and she likes to train and she likes to take care of her family and she likes to be as healthy as she can be. Okay, so this is how we kind of touch on all these different types of people with the same exact message. So this is a little awkward for me to do in a video format. Usually when I'm introducing the Perform 24 themes and the Perform 24 priorities to people, this is a conversation, okay? So this is a dialogue. Doing this on a one-way street video format is very awkward because typically people will absorb what I'm saying and they'll kind of work it into their own framework of, you know, their own belief system, and then they'll spit it back out to me in their own way, which I think is great, okay? Everybody's levels, so going back to our analogy of like the DJ working his different like audio sliders, everybody has a different level of harmony and a different level of balance. Again, like I tend to work with very high achievers, and they take on very challenging roles in their own life. And so everybody's like levels look a little bit different, but the common theme is that they all make a conscious effort to hit all of these spots and to not neglect any of these spots and to achieve in all of these different areas. So these different areas of life, they might seem unrelated, but they're actually completely related. Okay, and how you handle one area of life is going to translate and have crossover to how you handle your other areas of life. So we're going to handle your physical priority. That's why we are here. We're going to nail down that physical priority, and then we're going to give you language to kind of work through these other areas, whether that's for you to do on your own or if we're going to be helping you with those as well. So that is Perform 24. I'm very excited that this is finally available to the world, available in a video format. Please let me know what Perform 24 means to you. Like I said, that's like the best thing about this is that like I kind of spit this out to you, I present this to you, and then you take it and you make it your own. But at the end of the day, we're all doing it together, you know, and I really, really love that. Being a one-man business is not an interest of mine, okay? The more people, the better. So let me know what Perform 24 means to you. And in the meantime, train hard, live full, and I'll see you in the next video.